Welcome back to All Things Cars. If you have not yet subscribed to All Things Cars, please go ahead and do that right now before we get started. While you're at it, go check out our Instagram channel at all_things_cars_01 for some awesome posts and up-to-date news on the channel. Today's video is on the new 2020 S-Class Mercedes-Benz. Before we dive into the new S-Class, let's talk a bit about the first S-Class and where the legacy of the S-Class started. In 1972, Mercedes-Benz introduced the W116 line, the first to be officially called the S-Class. Produced from 1972 through 1980, the W116 series featured a four-wheel independent suspension and disc brakes. The 280, 350 and 450 models featured SE and SEL versions. Production of the W116 totaled 473,035 units. This was a groundbreaking sedan for Mercedes, and for the first time in the company's history, the car had an obvious, blatant and outward emphasis on safety placed above a pure styling viewpoint. The overall design incorporated numerous safety features developed from the safety research vehicles in the mid to late 1960s to the very early 1970s. These safety features were all newly introduced passenger car firsts on a production vehicle. Padded door trim around the windows, heavily padded steering wheel, more comprehensive safety padding on the dashboard and around the interior, dual asthmatic windshield wipers, headrests with center depression to locate the occupant's head in a more central position during a rear impact, a rainwater management system to improve visibility consisting of deep channels on both sides of the windshield and flowing into deeply channeled rain gutters, including similar design on the side mirrors, rounded body shapes along the edges such as the rooftops of the front fenders, etc. To mitigate pedestrian injuries, ribbed rear tail lamp lenses which would remain clear of dirt on the recessed areas, an easy to access first aid kit stored in a recessed compartment on the rear parcel shelf prominently labelled with the universally recognized cross symbol which represents first aid, and several other subtle safety features related to both active and passive safety. The Mercedes-Benz S-Class is a classic chauffeur-driven car and has frequently been used as a standard by car hire companies. It is comfortable and safe, as well as elegant looking, ideal for drives across the countryside or high-class transport on a night out. The W116 models were largely luxury sedans. The W116 was larger on the outside than the W108, W109 series it replaced, but had similar interior capacity, as the additional bulk was driven by several new and aforementioned engineering developments on car safety and occupant protection in a crash. The W116 introduced other improved passive safety features into the vehicle design, including a strengthened vehicle occupant shell. It was one of the first cars to be available with ABS, a driver's airbag supplement restraint system. Also, the W116 was the first mass-produced car offered with a turbocharged diesel engine. You can see the S-Class Mercedes-Benz is a trendsetter. Interestingly, the technology from the S-Class Merc often trickles down into smaller entry-level cars about 10 years later. So if you want to know what technology will be on offer in an affordable new car in 10 years time, then you should look at the technology on the current Mercedes S-Class. S-Class Merc's biggest competition is the BMW 7 Series and Audi A8. That being said, the S-Class is usually the benchmark of the segment. Hopefully for Merc, the new S-Class stands up to this legacy. Usually in the car world, the flagship car sets the looks for the lesser vehicles down the line, but the Mercedes lineup seems to be going in the other direction. The new S-Class looks similar to the A-Class. It's more angular like an A-Class and has similar lights in the back to a CLA, while the front looks similar to the front of an A-Class. The rear of the new S-Class is stunning. It has a massive new screen and curved dashboard that reminds me of a yacht. It has a great panoramic glass sunroof that allows light into the cabin and creates a really open-like feel. Seats get airbags, a first in the car world. This is an example of technology that may trickle down to more affordable cars in 10 to 15 years time. This is an option, however, and will only be available on the long wheelbase version. It also comes with pre-safe side impact, where it will raise the side of the car on the side of the impact so that the impact hits the bottom side of the car, as that is where the car is strongest. This technology has been available on the Audi A8, but on the new S-Class it will work faster and more efficiently. Infotainment is the best in class, superior to even BMW's mighty iDrive system. It has a Tesla-like big central display with all the information one could need being displayed on a massive OLED display. The screen has haptic feedback and knows where your finger is before you touch the screen. Because of the size of the new screen, Mercedes has had to remove 26 buttons which have to be accessed through the new screen, and the scroll wheel has also been removed. The heads-up display plays digital images over the road area so you never miss a junction. This is truly innovative technology. The seats in the new S-Class are amazing. They have 19 electric motors and 10 types of massage. There are 3 different seat options for the rear. One, there is a regular 3-seat bench. 2, there is the first class seating, which has 2 outer seats and the same central trim as the front seat. And finally, there's the chauffeur seats, which allow the rear seat passenger to move the front passenger seat forward for maximum legroom. Torque engines. There's 4 engines to choose from. There are all 3-litre straight-six engines with 9-speed automatic gearboxes. There are 2 petrol engines to choose from. There's the S450, which has 365 brake horsepower and does 0 to 100 km per hour in 5.1 seconds, and the S500, which has 435 brake horsepower and does 0 to 100 km per hour in 4.9 seconds. Both the petrol engines have all-wheel drive only. There are 2 diesel engines to choose from. There's the S350D, which has 286 brake horsepower and does 0 to 100 in 6.4 seconds for the rear-wheel drive version and 6.2 seconds for the all-wheel drive version. And there's the S400D, which has 330 brake horsepower and does 0 to 100 in 5.4 seconds. The S400D only comes in all-wheel drive. Innovative headlights on the new S-Class. There are 2 light options in the new S-Class. There's the LED with 84 diodes, or the LED light with 3 LEDs plus 1.3 million tiny mirrors to point the light anywhere. These lights can also display warning symbols on the road surface. This class also comes with rear wheel steering, which turns the back wheels in the opposite direction to the front wheels at slower speeds. Cars equipped with rear wheel steering have a turning circle that is almost the same as an A-Class. This system also turns the rear wheels in the same direction as the front wheels at higher speeds to aid stability and lane changes. The new S-Class comes with level 3 autonomous driving, which basically means it can drive itself. It can accelerate, brake, keep you in lane and change lanes all automatically. You do however have to keep your hands on the steering wheel and your eyes on the road. The car can also park itself in new high-tech parking lot, but this will only be available in certain regions. The S-Class has had considerable aerodynamic development, not for the purpose of going faster, but for the purpose of being more quiet. There are hideaway door handles available which makes the car quieter at high speed. There are also arches in the wheel well that take hot air from the engine and circulate it underneath the car to make it quieter. Well, there you have it, the new S-Class. If you enjoyed the video, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. If you have not yet followed my Instagram, please go ahead and do so. There are awesome posts and up-to-date news on the channel. This has been All Things Cars.